If he expects to be taken seriously as a woman, with his big Adam's apple and his 5 o'clock shadow and his hands like shovels and his big old knobbly knees, well then, it's virtually impossible to keep a straight face. I'm having trouble doing it now, as a matter of fact. There are two sexes, male and female. It's very binary. You are one or the other, and you cannot change. How you feel about it personally is irrelevant, which might be a new experience for you in this age of entitlement and pampered neurosis. And you're all making bloody fools of yourselves, only nobody wants to tell you in case they get arrested. But everybody thinks it, including the people who are humouring your delusion because they want to be inclusive. Got to be inclusive. And they stifle their laughter to spare your feelings. For the rest of us, it is comically insulting that we are expected to keep our mouths shut and not respond to this demented nonsense with the open mockery and ridicule it deserves, as if we too are somehow responsible for your fragile emotional state. That's a nice little racket you've got going there, Cupcake. Present yourself as a walking caricature and then play the victim when people laugh. And laugh we do, because laugh we must. Until, that is, we see a man pretending to be a woman who takes the rightful place of a real woman in a sports event and prevents her from reaching her full potential. Or when we see a man pretending to be a woman coming out of the little girls' toilets. Or when we hear of a male rapist pretending to be a woman who is sent to a female prison where he's free to rape again. And especially when activists from this ugly, deviant culture are allowed to persuade impressionable children that they were born in the wrong body and to withhold life-changing information from their parents, well, that, of course, is when the laughter stops. Until you flounce into the frame again like a lipsticked pig in a wig and heels, and hilarity once again ensues. You're being encouraged to humiliate yourself like this by people in power who want to normalize degeneracy and accelerate our society's decadent decline by sexualizing, confusing, corrupting, and poisoning the minds of a whole generation of children. You and others with a similar fetish or compulsion or whatever it is you've got are being allowed to serve as public examples to make this perversion of reality, this mockery of women seem somehow normal and healthy when it's abnormal and sick. In short, you are not a woman, tampon man. You do not have a gender identity. You have a mental disorder which is being exploited for evil, and you are being used. But let's keep this light. We don't want any unpleasantness, and laughter is always a good option when feelings run high. Luckily, you make it easy. One look at your lumbering cartoon-like attempts to be female, and we can't help but laugh. God knows we're only human, especially when you insist that everyone must participate in your fantasy and use your new girly name and pronouns or you will call the police. So if you're going to draw attention to yourself by parading around in public in a woman costume and clown face, you need to be able to take a joke, old son. So since the sound of laughter is likely to follow you wherever you go, why not embrace it and join in the fun? Try to take yourself a bit less seriously. It's very good for the blood pressure. If you are a male of the female persuasion and somebody pokes fun at you for being a man, don't call the police. Give them a slap with your penis. You might as well get some use out of it. That way, everybody has a good laugh, and now we're not just laughing at you, we're laughing with you. How wonderfully inclusive.